Next image, no, China vow and Philippines vow to accelerate bilateral cooperation. Ito ay July 31 itong balitang ito. So we have not dealt with this yet the past week and in our program last week. The consensus was reached by Chinese State Councilor and Foreign Minister Wang Yi and Philippine Foreign Affairs Secretary Teodoro Tediboy Locsin during their meeting on the sidelines of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations Foreign Ministers meeting and other related meetings in Thailand, Bangkok, Thailand. No? And then the other is China acknowledges Philippines' acceptance of perfect Memorandum of Understanding on Oil Exploration. Sabi ni Tediboy Locsin, the DFA chief also said the terms of Beijing was more faithful than Manila's verbose version that he rejected. So, tinanggap na ng Department of Affairs yung Chinese version kaysa yung Philippine version na as usual, sobrang mahaba, sobrang maraming salita.
Legalistic.
Oo. So sabi niya, I accepted China's terms of reference on the perfect MOU on oil and gas as more faithful to it than the suspiciously Philippine verbose version that I rejected. China acknowledged receipt of my acceptance. Any attempt to rework or reward the MOU is at the expense of basic Philippine interests. In other words, talagang kino-consider ng China ang interest ng Pilipinas. Kaya si President Xi Jinping ay pumayag agad doon sa 60-40 in favor of the Philippines. No?
Ito yung oil exploration. Ha?
Yes, oil exploration. Now, the Philippine News Agency, balita naman, China, ASEAN Economic Trade Cooperation on the fast lane. And then China is top Philippine trade partner in August 2018 and so on and so forth, no? So napakarami po.
Pagka nag-Facebook ako kay Albert De Rosario, ilalagay ko lang sa kanya diyan hu.
I've got someone waiting for me. When I see her, I know that she'll say, hey, it's a beautiful day. Hot, beautiful Sunday.
So nabigyan mo na ng briefing tungkol sa peligro nitong project ni Ramon Ang na airport in Bulacan. No? So let's hope you are able to drum up enough to stop this project. Anyway, balikan ko lang yung mga natitirang mga issue dito before we go to Pinoy sa China, si John Carlo, at yung interview sa kanya ni Michelle Adige Ramos, also a Filipina working in China Radio International. Anyway, yung visa upon arrival, magandang i-review nga yan. At sabi naman ni Locsin, it's not to scrap, maybe it is just to tighten, no? Para mabawasan yung mga papasok under a tourist visa para lang makapasok sa mga trabaho sa POGO, yung Philippine Online Gaming Operations and so on. Also, in response naman to yung interview kay Esperon, which pinipili ng mainstream media na yung mga makakasira sa relasyon sa China ang kanilang hine-headline, maganda naman itong sinabi ng ating DILG Secretary, si Secretary Anyo, anong first name? Eduardo Anyo. Sabi niya, it's unfair to say China is spying on Philippines amid influx of Chinese nationals. Sabi ni Anyo, no? Wala pa naman tayong konkretong case of espionage dito, sabi ni Anyo, no? Unfair na magkaroon agad tayo ng conclusion na they are here to spy. That is very speculative. So that is just to balance the news reporting. But
marami kasi nagkakalat ng fear factor.
Oo, yung pananakot ba? Tapos may mga kolumnista nga na naaaway ko na sasabihin na 1 milyong dumating dito na mga pwedeng maging army ng China. Una-una, sa 1,000 taong kasaysayan sa China, ni minsan walang invasion galing sa China. Okay. Pero ilang tidbits lang tungkol sa progreso ng relasyon ng Pilipinas at China. Ito pong next image. No? China vow and Philippines vow to accelerate bilateral cooperation. Ito ay July 31 itong balitang ito. So we have not dealt with this yet the past week and in our program last week. The consensus was reached by Chinese State Councilor and Foreign Minister Wang Yi and Philippine Foreign Affairs Secretary Teodoro Teddyboy Locsin during their meeting on the sidelines of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, Foreign Ministers meeting and other related meetings in Thailand, Bangkok, Thailand. No? And then the other is China acknowledges Philippines' acceptance of perfect Memorandum of Understanding on Oil Exploration. Sabi ni Teddyboy Locsin, the DFA chief also said the terms of Beijing was more faithful than Manila's verbose version that he rejected. So, tinanggap na ng Department of Affairs yung Chinese version kaysa yung Philippine version na as usual, sobrang mahaba, sobrang maraming salita. Ano?
Legalistic.
Oo. So sabi niya, I accepted China's terms of reference on the perfect MOU on oil and gas as more faithful to it than the suspiciously Philippine verbose version that I rejected. China acknowledged receipt of my acceptance. Any attempt to rework or reward the MOU is at the expense of basic Philippine interests. In other words, talagang kino-consider ng China ang interest ng Pilipinas. Kaya si President Xi Jinping ay pumayag agad doon sa 60-40 in favor of the Philippines. No?
Ito yung oil exploration. Ha?
Yes, oil exploration. Now, the Philippine News Agency, balita naman,
Wala
China,
na,
ASEAN Economic Trade Cooperation on the fast lane. And then China is top Philippine trade partner in August 2018 and so on and so forth. No? So, napakarami po.
Pagka nag-Facebook ako kay Albert De Rosario, ilalagay ko lang sa kanya dyan,
And finally, si Lorenzana naman, balansyado naman siya sa mga ibang mga tanong ng media sa kanya tulad nung...
Hindi, clarify niya yung ano, ha?
Meron na? May bago
kasi
na?
ang positioning ng inquirer, nambubuli. In general. Sabi niya, I was only referring to the Scarborough after. Nung umuwi na tayo, ayaw pa nila umalis doon. Bakit nila pinalalaki? Sabi niya.
Okay. Hindi ko pa nasagap yun eh. Kaya saan mo nakita yun?
Dito, in-interview ni
in-interview.
Erwin Tulfo.
Wala pa sa dyaryo.
Si Delphine Lorenzana.
Hindi ko narinig yun. Okay. But anyway, doon sa
monitor ako ng radyo Pilipinas.
Doon sa survey naman ng SWS na marami daw negatibo sa China, sabi ni Lorenzana, that survey is suspect, yung SWS. I'd like to know who did it, how the questionnaires were framed, and who and how many were the respondents. Surveys can be manipulated to support a preordained conclusion.
Wala naman problema kung talagang faithful yung quotation eh. Kung minsan kasi binabate, excuse me for that word, no? But they masturbate the news to suit their own propaganda desires.
Okay. Well, our finale, Kaado, and thank you for the Bulacan briefing. Ano? I hope maulit mo yan at i-record mo so we put it on our website.
No,
ano?
I am submitting my position paper to Secretary Simato tomorrow. But only after I have met with Secretary Lorenzana. I have a meeting early in the morning.
Bakit Lorenzana? Anong connection ni Lorenzana?
No, because Lorenzana is the chairman of the National Disaster Council.
Okay.
Ang epekto nito, ang SND, ang whoever he will be, 2025, pag na-complete itong project na ito, kung sino man ang Secretary of National Defense, kung nandoon pa, wala pang National Disaster Department, sa kanya babagsak lahat ng problema nito. So, doon muna tayo sa worst case scenario. And then, pag nakuha ko yung advice ni Secretary Lorenzana, tutuloy na ako dito sa kapitbahay natin sa DNER para formally, pa-receive sa opisina, kung wala man si Secretary Simato, pa-receive yung position paper ko. At saka, ang huling-huli kong bibigyan ng papel niyan ay si Secretary Tugade because this is a transportation issue.
Okay.
So mga kabansa, we are not only yak-yaking here, we are pursuing protocol also.
Okay. So let's spend some minutes with our friends from all over the world watching and following. Good morning from Helen Flores from Ontario, Canada. JC Tan, magandang umaga po mga sir. Kape-kape na po. Feliciano Nuevas, Kano, Dina, Sawa, gusto silang ang hari siga. Powerful buisit na Kano. Helen Flores, good morning po. Kamentong, Kaado, Helen Flores. Cesar Velches, good morning ka. Laurel Kaado from across the miles, America. Feliciano Nuevas, mahihirap ang apektado, walang pakialam ang mayaman sa isang mahirap. Di po ba pwede pigilan ni Presidente? Yun po ang ating udyok kay Presidente. No? Helen Flores from Ontario, Canada. Alex Umacob, listening to your excellent program from Davao. Bernie De Vera, good morning. Alex Ryan Sally, we love China, Philippines, and may heart dito.
Alam mo kami ito, marami nagsasabi huli na, hindi huli ito. In fact, si Mark Villar, meron hong ongoing project ang isang contractor to construct a subway dyan sa Davao. Pinatigil ho ni Mark Villar. So, wala hong ganyan.
Okay.
No? Yung mali-mali. Kaya we have to, pwede patigil ng Presidente.
From James Moore Moreno, dumidepensa lamang ang China sa pananakop ng Amerika. Hindi tayo gegerahin ng China. Ang Amerika ang delikado dahil provokator ito, nakikialam sa soberenya natin. Si Amira Morales, hilbay na yan, iwas siya sa totoong issue. Buensalida Marlin, kawawa nga po ang Japan now kasi mukhang nabuli ng Korea dahil siguro sa pagiging under Amerika. Totoo po yan, magandang pag-usapan yan, maybe next week.
Next week.
Jolak Pinera, I'm watching from St. Petersburg, Russia. Oh,
wow!
shit, wow! Okay, William Ligot, go, Kamentong, Kado.
Nako, William, kumusta kayo? Kumusta ang barangay natin?
Freddy Oredina, Data, Equipment, Ombudsman, etc. And Julie May Sanchez.
Dating na ho libro nyo, Mr. Oredina.
Okay, and Julie May Sanchez, good morning po. Lucy Rafanan Rabara, hello everyone, happy viewing. And Lolit Constantino, salamat po sa inyo dahil sa inyo nalalaman ng tao ang katotohanan. Roland Royce, about time to separate state and church, prosecute the clergy violators. Victor Tayag Yabot, nakakapagtaka nga kung bakit si Ramos ay di man lang kinasuhan sa mga atrocities ng MISG at PC na under sa kanyang supervision nung panahon ng martial law.
He was the butcher of martial law.
Yeah, and Imur Alcras, noong kay Marcos, malaya kaming mga bata. Walang mga pinapatay at ma-rape na bata, walang shabu at droga, tahimik. Ang magalulang mga NPA ni Ninoy ng Cory na lumabas na ang shabu at droga hanggang naging talamak na dahil binaby na Aquino ang droga. Miguel Serdan, good morning po. Watching from Makati and then so on. Well, we have, let's say, for 9:49 na po, 9:50. We have 5 minutes left.
By the way, 1 second lang. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Alam nyo ba na tayo ay nagti-300,000 hits na mga kabansa dahil sa tuloy ninyong pagtangkilik. Maraming salamat po.
300,000 hits. Mabuhay po ang RP1. And so finally, Kaado, we can say goodbye because I will leave this interview dito Pinoy sa China, si Giancarlo. Let me review si Giancarlo. Ngayong 2019, ang Pilipinas ay may 50 lugar o slots sa Chinese Scholarship Council. Hangad nitong himukin ang mas maraming mga Pinoy na mag-aral sa mga kilalang universidad sa China. Noong 2016, isa sa 10 nakakuha ng Chinese Government Scholarship ay si Giancarlo Combista. And so we'll listen to the interview and some images, but let's stay on and listen to this in our seats, no, Kaado. So, pwede tayo magpaalam before we roll the tape on Giancarlo Combista.
Thank you once again. We see you next week.
Okay, and si Kamentong po, salamat po sa inyong pag-uukol ng 2 oras po dito sa mga talakayan natin. Have a good day and let's listen to the story of Giancarlo Combista.
Kumusta po mga kababayan? Welcome sa bagong episode ng nag-iisang programa na sumasahing papawid mula sa Beijing. Tampok ang kwento ng tagumpay at pagpupunyagi ng mga kababayan nating namumuhay dito sa China. Ako po ang inyong host, Mac Ramos. Welcome sa programang mga Pinoy sa China. Kasama po natin ngayon sa studio dito po sa Beijing. Wala pong iba kundi si John Carlo Combista. Siya po ay kumukuha ng Bachelor in Clinical Medicine sa Peking University Health Science Center. At siya po ay isang recipient ng China Scholarship Council o Chinese Government Scholarship A category na nag-aaral po ng libre dito sa Beijing. Welcome to our studio, Carlo.
Hello po, Ate Mac.
Okay, thank you for accepting our interview request para sa mga Pinoy sa China.
Walang anuman po.
Okay, so ngayon may dalawang taon o mahigit ka ng naninirahan dito sa
magtatatlo na
China?
po.
Magtatatlo.
Pero magdadalawang taon pa po sa Beijing.
Okay, 2 taon sa Beijing at 1 taon sa China.
Jinan, Shandong po.
Pero magbalik tanaw tayo. Licensed pharmacist ka sa Cebu. Pero ano yung dahilan mo? Bakit mo piniling mag-aral ng medicine sa Peking University?
So yung time po na yun, nagtatrabaho na po ako sa isang Chinese hospital po, Chonghua Hospital, as a cancer pharmacist po for almost 9 months. And then, parang naano ko po na siguro more onto clinical side talaga ako. So, aside from maybe dealing with the drugs, why not also go for like a diagnosis? So, more onto the clinical practice po ng medicine. So, nag-try po ako, nag-search for a full scholarship, and then I found out about the CHED and the Chinese government scholarship na ito nga po yung category A ng CSC. So, I tried to apply for it, and then I didn't expect makukuha or matatanggap po ako. So, nung natanggap po ako, yun, I need to decide kung magre-resign tsaka pupunta dito. So, I made a decision.
Okay, so, and the rest is history.
Yes.
Pero nung time na nag-apply ka, limited lang ang slots. I heard
Yes.
na 10 lang every year from the Philippines.
Limited lang slots. So, kaya po hindi ko po talaga in-expect yung opportunity na yun. Tapos, nandun pa nga po ako sa Cebu noon. So, hindi po ako nakapunta sa gathering nila sa Manila. Kasi sinabi ko po na nag-work saka in conflict po. So, haven't got the chance to meet them sa Manila, but naintindihan naman po nila.
Okay, kasi nga may send-off for you guys, diba?
Yes,
so,
meron
meet
po.
kayo ng officials from the Chinese embassy.
Opo, hindi ko po talaga in-expect yun sa lahat din po.
Pero ngayon, may good news na kasi starting last year,
50.
they increased the number to 50.
Opo, kasi yung relationship din po ng China at Philippines going stronger. So, yun po. Nila na maybe to increase the chances.
Sana naman, pakinabangan to ng marami sa ating mga kabataan sa Pilipinas.
Yes po. Very good opportunity po siya, especially for those na gusto talaga mag-pursue ng pag-aaral sa kasi ang dami pong prestigious universities dito sa China. And also, nag-open din po sila internationally for collaborations and stuff. So, yeah. Maganda po siyang training ground. Also, Chinese is a fastly developing country din po when it comes to economy. So, yeah.
So, magandang pagkakataon talaga.
Opo.
So,